Hey everyone, welcome to Kats Creations live on a Friday night. I want to welcome you to my kitchen where we're going to make something amazing. A little bit different. We're going to be working on a rail form. So if you've never worked on a rail form, this is what it looks like. So it actually has a sign, metal sign adhered to wood, and then we're going to actually be creating the bottom half in Deco mesh, florals, and adding a really pretty bow. We're going to add our hanger for it, and then it'll all be ready to go. The rail today came from, it's either two different ways. It's either Dores, D-O-R-E-S, Wood Ideas, or Wood Ideas by Door, and it's on Etsy. They have an Etsy shop. I just can't remember. It's one or the other. The sign measurement, let me tell you, it's going to be wider, so it's 19 inches in width. In height, it is going to be 15 inches, and then depth will be about 6 or 7 inches. But isn't this a gorgeous welcome sign? This is a great gift for mom for Mother's Day because you can leave this up all year round. You can either add it to your home or you can add it to your front door. You can make it a wall hanging or anything along those lines, or for someone else who you know just might want a cherry welcome.
It's Dores Wood Ideas.
Is it Dores Wood Idea by Etsy? Okay, yeah. On Etsy. So perfect. So for those of you that are interested, that's where I purchased the sign. We're using 3 different color metallic deco mesh. We're using a light blue, a royal blue, and then a really deep dark navy blue to kind of pull from all the different shades of blue from our sign. We're gonna add in about 6 different ribbons to make our bow, and then we're gonna top it off with some, I wanna say they're dogwood, tulips, and blue roses. So that's what's gonna be incorporated in our sign. So, anybody joining us?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Are you trying to link it?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Okay, so we've got Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Sanawa, Sharon, Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Kathy Reinertson, Debbie, Sharon Wursler, Rose, Deborah Baldwin, Wilhelmine, Peggy, and Kathy Matthews so far.
Perfect. Okay, this is going to be a really super simple design, but it looks amazing. So a little bit different. The rail's already set up for us. We're just going to come in and I'm going to add 6 different pipe cleaners, and then we're going to go ahead and do 30-inch cruffles of our blue. But to wire the rail, you're going to use the middle section here. If you wanted to go a little bit deeper and add more, you could go down to the bottom rail. So because there's an opening, I'm going to take advantage of that opening. And we're going to go ahead and space these out so we can get 6 in that middle rail. So just hang tight, just like this. So there's 1. I'm going to go a little bit darker.
And G. Smith, welcome. She says first time from Florida.
Oh, whereabouts in Florida?
Tampa.
Tampa. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, well thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi everybody just joining. Hi gals.
So I'm trying to space these out about every 2 inches. Because normally in the past I've done 5 and I want to do 6, and then that way the color combination works out a little bit better.
Oh, awesome. Wilhelmine said I made a rail earlier today.
That's what Gail had told me. She's like, did you see? I'm like, no, I've been up to my eyes in sewing machine and fabric.
Yeah, making masks.
Making masks.
Patty said I like all the colors of the blue. It is a really pretty blue.
It is. I totally fell in love with the sign when I saw it, and I was like, okay, I have to have that. That's really pretty.
And then you got Mary said hi. Kat, got to see you live again. Mary from San Diego. Can't wait to see you do, which will be beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm trying to space these out.
Hi Audrey, hi gals, just joining.
So I'm going to separate these. These ones are a little tight, so I'm just going to move them down the rail a little bit more. And I'll tell you, I think they're about 3 inches apart. This one just needs to get moved down just a touch. So I'm trying to even them out so that I have even spacing on my rails. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna add the 30-inch Cruffles to each one of these 6. So that should be pretty simple. So I am going to, let's just go with the flow, like however they are. Let me look for my chippy clip. We're gonna do them in the order that they are. With the black though, we're gonna do the darker blue. So to do a Cruffle, you're gonna kind of go with the way the Cruffle or the roll rolls naturally. So these are set to 30 inches. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so that's awesome. So Fran is saying, I'm watching you guys while I'm making masks.
Awesome.
Hopefully the pattern you guys that we sent you, because they work out really, really well. It takes a couple to really get proficient at it. And then Trisha said, Kathleen, thanks for the cloth mask video. I made 11 and need to make a lot more. I can't keep up with the demand around here.
That's how it is right now with us. Literally just in the last 3 days. Every time I list them, I'm not even like current with my listings, and I'll like just throw in like a random number of 6 and I'm like, okay, I have like 2 more to go. Let's just list it again. Boom, that 6 will sell out instantly. So if you guys have the ability to sew, from what I found out today, the CDC just declared that it's advisable for every single person to wear at least a cloth face mask. So I think that's where the surge came from. So,
Yep.
1, 2,
We have
3.
probably another order for 30 right now. It just, we can't keep up. We're just,
I have to let it go to sold out for now so I can catch up. Because I don't want to be put on, I don't want to put people out for a week or more. 3, 4, 5.
Christine, we got the rail from Dores Wood Ideas on Etsy. So DORES Wood Ideas, all one word, on Etsy.
Right. So I'm just kind of like, I'm not really putting them in any one particular direction, because when you're doing a rail, you don't need to, like if we were doing them on a wreath, we would kind of stagger them inside outside. These ones you just kind of want to flip whatever way you want. So I start by rolling up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I apologize, it doesn't want to stay down. This is a really thick Deco mesh. I'll use my chip clip to hold it in place.
Gals, if you're retired, if you have the time and you have that pattern in that video, we would suggest you guys
1.
start making masks and start posting them on Etsy, because everyone's gonna need them.
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen the email that went out today by Etsy. It says this is the hottest trend to sell right now, is cloth face masks. They said sellers can't keep them in their shop fast enough. They're just selling out. So yeah, like Steve says, if you have the ability to do it, by all means, it's a great opportunity right now to find additional revenue.
Plus, you have Kat's video on YouTube.
There's so many other ones out there. So just whatever, like your mom's making them. 1, 2.
Josie, that's awesome. She says, I've made 60 and have orders for 10 more and have not posted as of yet. All word of mouth. That's awesome.
That's exactly what we're getting, because now our friends are calling us. They're like, are you making these masks now? Can we buy some from you? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, once I finished all the family orders, then now I'm dipping into the friends of family.
I guarantee we've probably made over 100.
Oh,
at
easily.
least in the last couple days.
I made 31 yesterday, and those got shipped out this morning, and I was already 5 behind in yesterday's orders. So if you want to jump on the hot trend right now, If you want to start selling some stuff, look into making the cloth masks. 1, 2,
Ruth said, using my favorite colors tonight. Love it already. Wilhelmine, when she's done, she'll show you the back of the rail, how it's attached, how the sign's attached.
The sign is
It's
glued
to the wood. So.
Yeah, I can't remove it. 4, 5, 6. So you just roll up your corners about 5 or 6 times, and then you ruffle the rest. So I'm just getting a really good base down, and because she was nice enough and painted it black, it kind of adds a little bit of depth to that. So this is our last one.
Yep. Faye, we already gave a bunch of masks to our daughter's local hospital as well.
Yeah.
She said ladies in our town are making them for the healthcare workers, but they're giving them away, not selling them.
Yep.
Yep.
We do what we can, but there's everybody in our city is making. We only have 3 hospitals in our city. 1, 2, 4, 5. So now we're making them for people outside of the city, which is just insane. Last one goes in, and you don't have to worry about trying to cover the entire rail because we're going to be adding a bow, we're going to be adding some floral. So this is what it looks like so far. So you just have this accent with your Deco mesh at the bottom, and then this is what it looks like from the back. So it's just an all wood piece.
Right.
The sign is affixed to it. You cannot take the sign off. That's the way it comes. So, okay, now we are going to do our bow, because our bow is going to kind of go right in the middle. Let me just trim this because it's bugging me. Those stray pieces. So the ribbon that we're using is going to be this ombre. It's like a tri-color, so this came from Burton & Burton. We're using a royal blue that will match our royal blue ribbon. This came from Craft Outlet. We're using a 2.5 inch canvas with some glitter, and this came from Lowe's at Christmas 2 years ago. Then we're
Is that like an ombre?
Yeah, it's a dark canvas and then it goes to glitter.
Interesting.
And then we're using the blue with the little swirls. This came from Shinoda. It's like literally there's one from every single place, I think. Craft Outlet, and then Joann's. So a little bit of everything. So pulling from all those shades of blue and then popping the black and white in will just make for a nice effect. So we're going to start with the 2.5 inch first. So there's not an awful lot on here, so we don't want an overly big bow. We can go with a little bit longer tails, but we definitely don't want to overpower the wreath with a big, huge bow. So let me look at just like a loop size.
Thank you, Sandra. Said the wreath on the door is gorgeous.
Thank you.
That's for Coffee and Friends, like a lavender wreath. I love the shape of it.
Wow. So I'm looking at this.
You have that.
Oh, I have enough. Let's try 4.5 inch for the bow. Normally I go like 5.5 for the bottom. So we're just gonna go 4.5. Isn't that what I said? 4.5 or 5?
You said 4.5, I think.
What did I say?
That's okay.
What did I say? And I'm gonna go for a 12 inch tail. So I'm gonna have a little bit longer tails.
Happy Friday, Jennifer. Happy Friday, everyone.
Hard to believe we're
I
all
love this rail
still.
idea. Very quick project.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're all still in the midst of this. Why do I feel like I'm trying to make a bow backwards? Twist.
Because you've been in front of the sewing machine for a long time.
No. That's all I see. Next, give me another pattern. Yeah. That's insane. Now we understood what the women did back in World War I and World War II when they were volunteering their time and services.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 5 inch just for the 2.5. So 12-inch tail, 5-inch bow. Trying to make sure it's pretty straight. And we're going 12 inches on this one. Right about here. So dovetail. Bring your wired edges together. And you're going to cut from the fold to the point. So we're going to go from here right down to that point. Just like that. Does that seem way longer? It is way longer. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay. So that one's put aside. And look, I literally had just enough. So, bye-bye lows from Christmas. I didn't need the skew. Okay, let's break up that blue. Let's do the swirl.
Hi gals, just joining. Teresa said, hello everyone, sorry I haven't been on for a while. We are considered essential and I have been exhausted. Well, glad you're working. A lot of people are getting their hours cut.
Yeah, but the people who are working are being worked to the point of exhaustion. So I'm going to start with this lighter one. And then I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Then this, then this, then this, and then that. So I think that'll help. Because I'm trying to break up the colors. And then you guys know me, I like to have something with a pattern on the top. So I'll do 10-inch tail here. So it's always going to be about the twist on the Bodabra. So we'll twist that. And I'll tell you what size this is. 4.5.
Hi Maureen, hi Karen. Hi Vanessa.
4.5. Okay.
Gail said tell everyone about tomorrow night's live, but you might be, it's up to you.
I'll still do it. It all depends on if the employee who works for me for free is willing to help.
I already told you I would.
Yeah. It's just tough. It's tough when you're a one-man show. You know, cutting and prepping and ugh. It's a lot of prep work. But thankfully, I think we're gonna work with one of our friends who wants to come over and learn how to do it. So it'll be a sewing lesson / learn how to cut patterns, and then she can help out.
So what's the name of the show?
Creative Crafters Connection, I think. I'm trying to remember. Is that right, Gail? Gail can comment.
Yeah, she's on here.
So, as of tomorrow, they're doing what they call a Crafters Palooza. So it's from 10 o'clock Eastern or Central Time tomorrow till 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Every hour on the hour, they're switching to a new wreath designer. So our theme is summer and patriotic. So I'm gonna do a patriotic lantern swag for my contribution. So it's just a way to basically binge watch for 12 hours a whole bunch of creatives from places you may or may not have heard.
Yeah, Gail's at Creative Crafters Convention on Facebook.
Okay, then that's it. Thank you. I don't know why I was like. And then if you go to their page, they're gonna live stream it. So.
Oh, Maureen said, yeah, I watched the last one Brian did. That was the one who reached out and talked to you, right?
Jim.
Oh, Jim. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm still looking at these. I think I want that to be my pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Harlequin in.
Yeah, Jackie Middleton said, just now got our stay at home in Tennessee. It's crazy. Come on, Walmart would only let 50 people in at a time.
Oh, good Lord. I think they're upset that they've asked people to stay home and people are like, let's just go to Walmart. We'll go walk around or go to Lowe's. Let's do some home improvement projects, which is, it's great. But the whole point of the rest of us being out of work is if we all do our part and stay home, we can get back to normal life sooner.
Yes.
So the blue ombre and this blue were 4.5-inch loops. This was 9.5-inch tail. This was 9-inch tail. This is 8.5-inch tail. And then it's going to be a 4-inch loop. As soon as I get them situated.
Hi Jean, she said she'd be great to watch so many new crafters I haven't seen before. Yes, I'll watch you for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jean.
So I think my time slot is 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's pretty much what we roll with anyway.
Kathy said this one is Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, it is Saturday and Sunday. But I'm only on it for Saturday because obviously Sunday we're back in our private group. Working on the weave and curl method of learning how to do your base methods. So now we'll do royal blue. Same thing, we're gonna do 8-inch tails and then 4-inch loops. So here's 8. And then we're gonna swing this over. And the nice thing is once you've got your bottom one, all you have to do is just kind of put your fingers in it and just pull. And then you can keep them pretty squared up.
And hey Karen, she said, hey guys, Karen from Alabama, joining Hun, hope all is well. The rail idea is great, looks wonderful already.
It's just a simple, you know, some people are like, we're tired of a wreath, we want to put something up on our door. So rails are kind of nice because you can use them on your door for a wreath, or you can just add them to your home decor as like a wall hanging. So with Mother's Day coming up, these are the perfect gift to send to mom or anyone else who needs some cheering up. Okay, this one's done, this one's done, and now we'll add the blue with all the pattern to the very top. So that should pop the light blue. Because there's not that many light blue in the flowers. I'm going to do 7.5-inch for my loop. What do you guys think of the colors with the blue and the black together? And this one's going to be 3.5-inch.
Hey Sandra, no problem. Gail said I'm going to craft tomorrow, hopefully.
Maybe.
Just as long as you're staying safe and careful.
She's been really good. She says she's trying really hard not to push the whole don't go out and do things. Ta-da!
Zoomed in, Jean.
I hear he's being obnoxious. Get all these tail pieces out. And let's get our fluff board. AKA cutting board with a C hook in it. Yeah. This is my version of the fluff box. Let me grab a pipe cleaner. Grab the light blue one. So I'm going to make this into a V. I'm going to pick all this up. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and secure all this together. And then we can fluff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gets put away. Okay. So with the C hook in here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that pipe cleaner and hook it onto my cutting board, just like that. And I turn it sideways. This is an 18 by 24 by 3/4 inch piece of wood cutting board. I found that people who like this idea, just go to your local home improvement store and ask them to cut you an 18 by 24 inch piece of wood, either 3/4 of an inch thick, or you can go a full inch, and then just add your C-hook right to the middle, and then you have a perfect fluff board. So we're gonna grab our tail and our loop and pull those in opposite directions. So let's grab my, there's that.
Jackie said blue is the color they say this year.
That is true, huh? So we're gonna go opposite here. So we're grabbing blue here. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. Pull our blue over, pull our loop over. And then pretty soon you start getting like a loop, tail, tail, but you're mixing the colors. And then we're gonna do the blue ombre. Same on the other side. And then we're going to do our checkered just this way. And checkered goes opposite
Like
directions.
a harlequin, right?
Yeah. Checkered harlequin. And then we're going to do blue. Blue, and then we're gonna do this blue, and this blue, and then we get to fluff. You get to put everything in the direction you want it to go. So to put your curl back in your ribbon, if you use your fingers like scissors when we used to use it for curling ribbon, you're gonna put it underneath your bows or your tails and just kind of lightly just let your ribbon come through those tails, and see how it just puts the arc, the natural curve,
Yep.
back in our bow again. And then just move stuff around to fill everywhere.
So I just saw the Dores Wood Idea.
Mm-hmm.
It could be because of COVID. We're taking a short break from April the 4th through April the 19th. So just letting you gals know.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the standard almost everywhere we go. We're going to have to be understanding that people are going to be a little slower. If they are to remain open, they're going to have smaller staff.
Mm-hmm.
So just be understanding. I mean, it's giving us stuff to do. Wow. Lots of glitter.
I'll have to vacuum it.
Lots of glitter. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and attach that to our rail. So we are going to go right in between, and I'm going to take my bow. I'm going to go right down kind of exactly where we added our pipe cleaners in one. Remember how we added them from the bottom up? This one's going to go from the top down. Don't want to do it too hard because we don't want to deflate all that work.
Hi gals, just joining. Sam said you make it look so easy.
It is. This is actually a nice break. Oh my word. It's a total different creative element here. So here's our bow. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Likey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So now we're going to add some floral. We might add some other pieces of ribbon, like down here to the ends. But let's come in with our larger florals. So let me break these all down. These came from Hobby Lobby during Patriotic. They are red, white, and blue. So I had the blue left over because I'm like, who wants to put blue roses in? Because it's roses on the wreath. So push all the greenery up. So let's pull all these down.
She'll show you here at the end, Wilhelmine, how she's going to hang the rail.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. I just had to watch my own rail video from Christmas to figure out, how did I do that again? How did I wire those? What was my materials for that? So having your book with all of your materials and instructions, oh, you never know when you're going to need them again. So I'm going to look at these in a couple random places. Whether I want to add like 2, I might do that, like do 2 on each side and then maybe save something for the middle. So let me show you what I'm seeing. If I was just to, for example, lightly, let me kind of twist these in to kind of give you a visual. I usually just lay stuff out, but something along the line like that, and then we're going to add some other florals to it.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to utilize those there, and I'll put them in the exact same spot on my rail on the other side. I just forgot I wired them all in. So let me cut the stems down.
Man, that's getting so moisture today.
I think they're mad. They're like, you guys are ignoring us lately. So we'll do this one. And I'm going to kind of do a little arc to this. And I'm going to use my pipe cleaner. And I'm going to wire this in. Same thing. I'm going to arc it. So you're having the stem go into your Deco mesh. Hang tight. Let me see if this will work. I'm trying to see where I want them to be. I want one down, one kind of to the side. What?
Caitlin said the dog is arrived. She heard the cats, so now she's on the counter investigating.
Okay, this one I'm going to take and dip in my glue skillet, because I'm going to let this adhere to my Deco mesh. That way I can get it right where I want it to be. Kind of facing downward. Let's go over here. Maybe cut these down just a touch.
Yeah, zoom back in, Gene, so you can see it, because the dark blue does kind of blend in.
It really does. I apologize. Let's go this way. That way. I'm just trying to get them in a position that I like the way that they're sitting, so then I can anchor them and then glue them. So we'll put this one in. We're on live. Thank you. So Kaylee's here, so you can say hi, Kaylee. She didn't realize we were.
She went out and did some shopping for us.
Yeah, she did errands. Running errands for us.
So Nancy, the rail that she's showing you is a wood cutout that has some type of sign on the top, whether it's a rectangle or square or circle.
It's a rail.
And this one has a welcome. It's a metal sign attached to a wood backing, and then at the bottom of it, it has slots cut out for you to be able to add pipe cleaners, to be able to add Deco mesh or ribbon or any type of embellishment.
Okay, I'm just playing with ideas.
It's so pretty.
Thanks.
You know I like blue roses though.
Yeah, I know. Even though they're not really a thing. Yeah, blue roses are not really a thing. As much as we'd like to think that they are. So I'm going to come in with some tulips. Break these down. Leftover from Michael's. Bye, Case.
Bye. She said hi, bye. Everybody's saying hi, Kaylee.
Right. She just like walks in like she doesn't even realize that we're on live. Hey everyone, I'm here. And I'm cutting these down as short as I need them to be.
The light blue, I think you can see easier.
Yeah, you can see the light blue ones a little easier. Okay. Don't want the greenery to stick up too much. But it's kind of like how we're doing our, like when we do our floral, we started with our big focal flowers. We're coming back in with the tulips, like that.
Yep. Once you're happy with it, are you gluing it in or are you waiting?
Yes, I have been gluing them in. Yeah. Once I'm happy, in goes the glue. I'm just trying to figure out my entry point. Okay, I like that. So I'm just adhering this to the Deco mesh and my pipe cleaners.
And you can get these rails from a lot of other crafters as well, so there's other people.
In all honesty, with the metal sign attached, I've only found them from Dores.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody else will paint the sign, and it's not really the look I'm going for.
Yeah.
A painted sign version. So I'm just kind of making my own little flower bundles and kind of weaving them through my Deco mesh. Okay. Let's go ahead and add this one. So I'm just working around the roses and just thickening up the floral that I'm attaching. Oops. Where'd you go? There we go. I'm doing kind of like high and low, different types of florals. So I will fill these in. And now I'm going to kind of alter some of these and make them kind of go in a different direction. Because I have to kind of fill.
You're doing it like so quick, I'm not even seeing you glue it in.
Well, I look at where I want them to go, and then once I figure it out, I just take my glue and just go ahead and add it into the mix. So I'm kind of filling holes.
Pat, yeah, it's Dores Wood Ideas from Etsy. But yes, it is Dores Wood Ideas on Etsy.
Yep. So the tulips obviously are Michael's. So if you have a lot of tulips around and you just want to find a use for them, that's what I did with all my leftovers. So let's see, I want to come back in here. And add just a pop.
No problem, Debbie. She said I'll have to watch the replay. Didn't see the beginning.
Trying to keep these fairly short, especially if I'm putting them into the Deco mesh right next to other florals. Okay there.
Alex, if you have a whole box of random tulips, it'd be great for a sign like this or a rail like this.
Yeah. Let me... So I'm just trying to do it from all different ways, like looking at it from the side, looking at it from the same way somebody else would. We're going to add some dogwood in here as well. These are from Hobby Lobby. They're like a different shade of blue. As soon as I can break them down. There's that one. That one. And the last one. So there's 4 little picks in there. So let's kind of arc these. Taking all my glue threads out. Kind of figuring out where I want these to go. Thankfully they have wires in them so you can get them to bend in the position you need them to be in. But obviously I can't use that one. Not the leaf at the bottom anyway.
Hey, Lynn.
Okay, I'm looking for a space. Okay. Trying to find them homes, and then it never fails. I get them just perfectly situated and have to pull them out. Like trying to think, which one did I just have in there? I think it was this one. Well, now that I think about it, I don't think I want that much in there. So I'll let that cool off. Okay. Trying to get it to lay the way I want. So I'm just kind of adding dogwood and this is the one I have to pull off, make shorter. I'm going to go in. I'm going to take out my blue pipe cleaner right here. And we're going to add our tulip. And then some dogwood. Trying to make sure I get all the glue threads out.
Well, thank you, Karen. She says it's been a breath of fresh air to join your lab and get away from all the craziness on TV and all the news.
I can't even watch TV anymore. But you know what? I think it's a good thing for us because it's going to learn how, like without all the stuff we got used to, it's causing us to get reconnected again. You know, to family and friends, where we would have been like, what?
Or binge watch Netflix.
Steve would be okay with binge watching Netflix all day, but to me, I'm like, no, I don't want to binge watch TV all day.
I would be fine as long as I had Giles.
You'd be fine as long as you had Giles.
He wouldn't let me read.
So again, what it looks like so far. Yeah.
Looks really pretty.
I'm trying to position some of the ribbon. Okay. Have a couple little leaves that I'm going to add.
Honestly, it looks like it's totally complete.
You
don't even need to add any other ribbon or anything.
I like adding just little pops of greenery though. So like, I'm just adding these to the bottom of a rose. I think. Okay. Couple more things. Let's see how these look. Hold on. Let me take one of these down. And just look. I like how we build our florals when we're doing our arrangements. It's kind of nice to have the small, medium, and large floral. I just think that that looks like, it's exactly like what they did on the flower, or on the sign. You have a focal point, blue rose, and then you have the smaller, pale ones. And then they have like little wispy, I guess it's kind of like purple colored leaves. So I'm just taking this and breaking that down.
Hey Marilee, she said, well, just made it, I guess. I'll be watching the replay. Looks awesome.
Thank you.
Brenda Bruce said, sorry late making face masks. Good for you, Brenda.
Awesome. I love it.
And then that same Karen Wilson as Sir has, I've been able to FaceTime with my family to keep in touch.
Right?
Although we all live in the same town, it's just that stay in and stay safe. Yep.
Right. So I'm going to show you what I've done, because I know it gets kind of hard to see. We're just adding the small little flowers, because it's the same way that it's designed up here.
Faith said, don't forget to glue in the first white floral in.
White floral.
I think it was one on the, that's closest to you.
This one?
Yeah.
They're twist tied in.
Oh, she twist tied it in. Faith.
Yeah. Yeah, those ones I twist tied in, and then I've like glued a whole bunch of floral all the way around it, so they're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I think all you need left really is your door hanging, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just give me a couple. Okay. I'm doing the same thing like I did on the other side, just kind of little pops of that. Hang tight. I have to look at this one. Maybe not with this thing on it though. So let's cut this down. Yep, that's where I want it to go. So this is like simulated heather. Let me pull all my glue off. Then we'll do it to the other side. Gotta just push everything up. Of course we can't have the price tag on it. That would not be a good thing. We'll add this to the outside. Even though I don't know where it's going yet, I'm like, well, we'll just get the glue ready. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. I'm gonna move this to the side. Get all my glue that is stuck. Throw that back in there. That's the nice thing about the glue skillet is you can recycle all your glue threads. Just throw it back in the pot and it just remelts.
Yep.
So, let me show you what I've done so far. What do you think?
Yeah, looks good. We'll look good on the door.
There's that one. Okay. It's funny how I get picks in there. Okay, so what we're adding to the door. Let me get rid of this pipe cleaner right here. Let me find the other one, which is perfect because it'll anchor some more floral in. Okay, door anchor. I use twine because I like to keep it looking kind of rustic. And the sign is already pre-drilled with holes right here at the top. So this is where you have to kind of gauge, do you want it to hang low or do you want it to hang high? So if I take this one off and I'm gonna attach the twine in one way, so I'm just gonna go right through. Feel like threading a needle on a machine. And then I'm going to tie a knot to the back. So I'm just knotting my twine so it doesn't pull all the way through. And the knot will be on the back. And we'll just kind of gauge it approximately. And then we can always cut it. So let me kind of show you what it looks like. And I think the twine we just got at like Dollar Tree or Lowe's.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of want to get it all in there. All right.
Regina, that link is not to YouTube, it's on Etsy. So that was Dores Wood Ideas on Etsy. That is her shop for the rail.
Sometimes you just need to give it, and of course he doesn't want to.
Oh, she said, I looked, please post a link to the face mask. I looked on YouTube and could not find.
Oh, just look under KatsCreationsNMore. It's on my YouTube channel. So now you have to play with this. So I'm going to give it a couple different options. So you can hang it on the door and start.
I like it higher.
You like it higher?
Yeah. I like it so it's just barely over
But
the...
remember I have to have a bow up there.
Yeah.
So I think right about there.
Yeah, that's good.
Because then we put a bow here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to leave it right here. And then I'm going to knot my twine. So I'll go ahead and pull it, put my knots in it. So that this is what it looks like. And hang tight because we're going to make a cute little bow for the top.
Yeah.
Right up here. So I'm going to use the Harlequin and probably the royal blue and a little of the light blue. So we said this, this, and this. So I'm going to make a quick bow. So let me go ahead and kind of size it and see where it needs to go. So I don't want my tails super huge, because otherwise they'll impede my sign. So let's do the blue. And these are 6, 5, and 4. So we're going to start with 6 inches, then 5 inches, and then 4 inches. So 6, short little bow, just for the hanger at the top. So go a little bit bigger. So the loop size is 3.5. And then we'll go 3.5. And then we said 6. Let's give it a little cut. And our Harlequin. This is going to be 5 inches. Same size bow loop. That was 3.5. So this one's going to be 3.5 as well. That way we can pull the black and white back up to the top. And this one's 5. And then our blue at 4. And then this will be like a 3-inch loop. We'll bring it in just so slightly. 3. And then 4. And we'll loop it. Back with a light blue one. So this one we're not putting on the fluff board. 2, 3. So we're just going to kind of fluff this one here. We'll pull all of our loops, a up and a down, and an in between. We're going to go up, out, and in between. So when you're doing a 6-loop bow, you can just like make them go opposite. So, mini bow.
Yeah.
Now we're going to add this to make sure. It's so different sitting so close to this. And I just twist it onto the twine at the point that it's at the very peak. And same thing. From the glitter. There's a lot of glitter.
So how much are you selling that for?
This one's for $85. And this is on my Etsy shop now.
then said, hey, I'm watching you on YouTube and my phone at the same time. Yeah, it looks awesome.
I don't want to knock my door over. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just something different. Because normally we do wreaths. So I was like, let's do a rail. Let me order that, and then that way it'll hopefully be here in the right amount of time to do this. And thankfully it did. So I love it. You can get it, I think they have it in
Yellow?
hold on. I'll show you. Where did I put it? I think it's right here. So yeah. Oh, did I get all three? Yeah. So you can get the signs without the rails, so if you just want to use them in the regular wreath, but they do make it in the yellow. Here's the blue that's like on our blue rail. And then let's see. Here's the purple. So you can pick what color you want. So you would just select what rail you want, or if you just want the sign. I find that welcome signs are always in need, and I like these color combinations. This more for fall. The blue between now and Mother's Day, same thing with the purple. Yeah. But yeah, her delivery times were really quick. It was just something different to teach you. The last time I think we did a rail was just before Christmas. So do you guys have any questions, concerns? Private group. We're doing the last Deco Mesh base method for our Design Academy. So we're doing curl and weave. It's the last one with the 21-inch, and that will conclude our 6 modules on Deco Mesh basics. And then we'll start moving on to other things like rails, grapevines, evergreens, and there's something else. And then the courses will just keep building. So Sunday night at 5, we're doing that. And then Monday, we're back to Pinterest Advanced, it's midway. So mid-course. And then tomorrow, you guys will see me put together a patriotic lantern swag. So that's what I'm making during my debut, right?
Awesome. Yep.
Okay.
So Nancy said, Nancy will have to explain. She says, I like to have a final picture. Is there any way you make it so the picture on the list of items used, you could make a copy and paste, or any suggestions for something else to do? I don't know what she's asking. Are you talking about for her private group when she shares her item list?
Because the item list, when you have the materials list and the SKU is listed, it's the SKU that, like if I say we're using this pick or whatever that came from Michael's, this SKU number matched this pick. So if you're looking them up, you should get the photo matched this SKU number unless it's been discontinued. And then at that point, you're just going to have to use the substitution. So looking for some small little meadow flower would benefit.
Yep. And the gals for the last time, she got the rails from Dores Wood Ideas on Etsy.
Yes. So just remember, when you're ordering supplies, have a lot of patience. If you need this by next week, it's probably not going to happen for you, like ordering the rail from her shop, just because everything is slow. Like, I don't know if people are letting, like, rather than go to the post office every day, they might just be going once a week. So yeah.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any last questions? If you want to join my private group, it's $17 a month. We do Sunday evening tutorials. We've gone back to basics, and I've taught everybody the basics from color theory to Deco Mesh basics. And we're doing the advanced, curl and weave tomorrow. And then we're cycling through
Sunday.
the press. Yeah, Sunday at 5. which is 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and the same thing for Monday. So if you want to join, just go to KatsCreationsNMore.com and then scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see the information about the private group.
Yep.
Feel free to share this video. I always forget to mention that because we're in the public group, not the private group. And that's pretty much it. Look for me tomorrow on the 12-hour Palooza, design something creative Palooza.
Yeah.
So, and then you'll meet some new people that you might learn some amazing tips and tricks, or other people they order from.
Yeah.
That's always an advantage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Well, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.